So as you're walking towards Caesar's Palace from Mirage, this is already the Forum Shops area, I believe. The foliage decreases. Now you may not notice, but after you've come here for many years, you begin to notice every little thing. Look at this. You know, you always have your... I thought you might want to see it. You get a bit of everything in Vegas. And then here we go. I mean, there's a little bit of foliage on the left here, but it will completely stop soon. And then there's a little bit of water here, which is very nice, in the style of Roman or Roman Empire fountains. And this is the entrance to Forum Shops. So actually, this would be the safest way to get into your resort if you're staying at Caesar's Palace and you're coming from, say, the north area, because if you keep walking, the cement will hit you. It's just all cement. I'll show you. I will sacrifice myself and show you. Please do not touch or enter. And you know how many people I've seen touching the fountain, especially families with children. I actually saw a kid that was allowed to drink from here, and I really thought it was a bad idea, but you know, not just because you're not supposed to, but because it's bad for you. You know how many birds bathe in that water? Okay, so as you can see, Caesar's Palace is a really huge property, and I'm walking towards the entrance of, the entrance, so that I want to go to my room. If you, as I say, absolutely enter by the Forum Shops. It's a lot healthier for you if it's summer. If it's not summer, it's okay. But I want to show you what I mean. I've been talking about it for quite some time. The huge cement area, just a sec. And the other thing that I don't like here, and I know I'm splitting hairs, is that some of the foliage is dying. They're desperately needing water. I don't know if they water them regularly or if they don't. It looks like they don't, but then look. And you need it, you really need it. I know it's a really, really hot summer. But, and then you've got these beautiful fountains, Roman style, I told you before. And they're nice. They're not, of course, tropical, because they are in the style of the Roman Empire. The water doesn't look as clean as I would have liked to have seen it. But as long as you don't touch it, you're okay. And you're not supposed to touch it anyway. I'm gonna continue. Now there you've got the link, on the other side facing Caesar's Palace. And the link really hits me, It's like it used to be Imperial Palace, then the quad, and it wasn't ever good looking. But now it's this structure that I just don't get. Do you like it? I want to know what you like about it if you look at it. I mean, the only thing that it's quite cool, I suppose, is that it's nice. That's say club section up there. That's nice. But this, I don't know. Am I old-fashioned? Oh yeah. And so here, my God, you have no idea how hot it is. And they do have some trees, but they're just not enough for this huge area. And this is like the middle of the summer, really. I stress if the heat is a problem for you, come here in autumn or spring and you'll enjoy all aspects of Vegas. If you come here in winter, some resorts cut corners, and sometimes they only have a small section of the pool area open, if at all. But we do have a section of year-round pools in Vegas, so you can check which resorts have open pools even in winter. So that's Cromwell there, Flamingo first of all, and then Cromwell. And then the high rollers, the road to the high roller next to the link, adjacent to the link. So we walk all of this and you think that's not bad, and it isn't bad. I mean, it's still much more enjoyable than walking on that side, which is deadly. It's narrow, and there are many people, and in the summer you just have the reflection of the heat from all angles. It's just deadly, really. Almost deadly, okay, since I'm still alive. And then you have, the bus stop here. which is handy, relatively speaking, though it's still a long walk from your room. And here only the do stops, not the express bus. The express bus stops elsewhere, and I tell you about it on my bus video. You can read about it on top-buffet.com or just ask me. Okay, I'm gonna walk still just to show you the area outside Caesar's Palace, because I'm staying here and I want you to see. You see, the water is a little dirty. There's a little bit attention to detail, a bit of wear and tear. Attention to detail is lacking, and I mean, there's a lot of property to take care of. I understand that, and you have beautiful fountains over there. But if you want to go to your room, there's a lot of cement. It's so hot here, really, really hot. It may or may not think that because nobody's actually fainting on the road, but believe me, they're strong. They're very strong. Neither am I, but I'm suffering. See, it's a huge property. It goes all over the place. You may want to, sometimes I just cross and I go that way to eventually get to the entrance to go to the Palace Tower, which is that one, I believe. That one, big one there, which is lovely, no doubt about it. But it's just really, there's no tree, there's no shade, there's nothing. The foliage is short. And coming from Mirage, you really miss it. You really miss it, especially because it's such a big property. But again, I appreciate the fact that at least it's not shops or just those cheap stores that have littered the entrance of some resorts. On the other side, you see, it's not as pretty, is it? It's old, so it's good in a way that stays this way because it's older Vegas, and we like that. But I wish they watered their plants and the flowers a little bit because they're dying. And to me, that's a little sign of neglect that may well transcend the outside and be reflected on the inside. For example, in my room, which is beautiful, the water in the huge bathtub, which is also a hot tub, a jacuzzi tub, sorry, doesn't drain. So I was very excited. I'll show you in my other video. Very excited that I had a jacuzzi tub. Now, the last time I was here, the jacuzzi tub did not have hot water. This time it does have hot water, but it doesn't drain. So these little lack of attention to details, like somebody should come here and clean it regularly. It's quite filthy. And the fact that the flowers are dead, you cannot blame it on the weather because we know it's summer, it's Vegas. I've seen the flowers outside New York, and they're all blooming. And you may think, what the hell do I care? But I'm just saying that if you don't have pay attention to details here, this may transpire in your room. So bear that in mind. And little details, of course, you're gonna have a good time. You'll forget about the dead flowers. You will not forget, though, that your jacuzzi tub is not draining. That you won't forget. So, little things. It's less likely that you will find in a place that it's all perfectly cared for, it's less likely that you will find problems. I never found problems at Aria, and it's all perfectly cared for. Though I like Mirage. I never had problems at Mirage. Never, in terms of maintenance. And you see how well they maintain the outside. Now these are nice, so I want to show you this. But, so if you walk here and manage to walk where the trees that are really suffering, as you can see, can you tell? Provide some protection from the sun, some shelter from the sun. I was adjusting my bag, sorry. But I do see that they're suffering, and guys, oh, somebody is enjoying that. I don't blame them. You know that every single resort waters. They have a watering irrigation system. They should. Anyway, I've seen Bellagio. I've seen it in the new park between New York and Monte Carlo, which is beautiful. And but I like it here because it's not just trees, it's also these flowers, but it does require water, and you've got to water it regularly because every single one of these trees are suffering immensely, and you're not going to be able to rely on rain, not in August. so to me that tells me where they cut corners, which is annoying, right? Because you're paying don't forget, you're paying a high resort fee. I want the resort to be perfect. This is nice, you know, in the good Italian style. Nice, no doubt about it. But coming from Mirage, you know, it's not as amazing. But it's nice that you can walk through it at least. And this is, I'm walking through this area because, guys, if you don't, you will die. And I'll show you an area which I totally dislike. I think it's ridiculous for a resort like Caesar's Palace, but this is the nicest area to get to your room, and still you have a long way to go. A long way to go. So here you've got to cross this incredibly hot. You know, wear good shoes, otherwise they won't make this. It's like walking on fire. My shoes are fine, thankfully. So this is nice, but it's so hot. It's not sheltered except for that entrance there. It's just the fountain, which is beautiful, but it's deadly. And I'm gonna have to go there and then go back because I want to show this dreadful area outside of Caesar's Palace. So bear with me. Okay, so here we go. I made it. That's where we were. That's one of the entrances. So presumably you would walk through here. I like the little fountains. They're nice. ATM there just in case. And this is, I hate this area. I'll show you. I had the misfortune of coming through this area when I checked in, and it was awful. But let me explain. You probably think it's wonderful. I don't know. Let me know. Just a sec. Okay, I'm gonna try and walk slowly so that I don't shake too much. It's just, this is sheer. If I were to, you know, write up some sort of punishment for somebody, this would be it. I don't know if they punish you for leaving the resort or the casino. I mean, it's deadly. You have no idea. Look at them. They're all, you know, yes, they're alive. Nobody's dying, but you know, everybody's probably been drinking at every stop. All right, here you've got Cafe Americano over there. I don't know why this area is closed. It's not that it's particularly great anyway. And I'll just really dislike it. Is this something worthy of Caesar's Palace? Caesar's Palace is arguably the best resort within Caesar's Entertainment. Cromwell has become a boutique place, but Caesar's Palace is huge, you know. You cannot compare the two. And I expect better than this, right? What is this? You've got, you know, a little cooling station there, but there's nothing. There's just, well, yeah, there are 2 trees that are struggling to survive. And it's just, you know, not like, you know, may I make a suggestion? Make it like the park between Monte Carlo and New York. Just check that out. We have a video on that. It's really nice. Like here, they could just make it stunning and nobody would leave this area, just like they made between New York and Monte Carlo, you know, with waterfalls and trees. And this is just, I don't know, it's real sheer punishment. I dislike it intensely. And yeah, there are restrooms there which you will go even if you don't need to go because you need some sort of cooling area. These cooling, it's supposed to be, I'm in here, it's supposed to be a cooling area. It's marginally better, but it's all artificial. There's no water, right? There's a little bit of water from those dispensers up there, but it's just not enough in this terrible heat. And you've got your bars, of course, but I don't like this at all unless it's made really beautiful. And then you go steps to go up and then down, and then you're onto the strip. I'm not doing that right now. And steps to go up again to go onto the strip, or you can go this way. Can you see in between? I don't like this area at all. Did I say that? Okay, so I'm gonna go back into Caesar's Palace, but I wanted to show you how awful it is. It feels like it takes you forever to get onto the strip, and when it's this hot, it does take you forever. and yeah, it's just not what I would expect from a high-end resort. And then, you know, Caesar's Palace is high-end in some ways and it's not in other ways. It caters to everybody. So, I mean, it's not Angkor, is it? I don't know. I think that I love the fact that they count me for 5 nights in a row. That's beautiful. I love them. I mean, Mirage, to get a 2-night comps. I'm not talking about my Vegas. You can get free nights, well, almost free nights through my Vegas, and I'll tell you about that on top-buffet.com. But to get regular comps from them by email, it's very hard to get them from Mirage. Very hard. Unless you really gamble hard in that casino. But I don't gamble really hard, and I get them even from Aria and not Mirage. Isn't that weird? Nonetheless, but Mirage is stunning. So there you go. There's your sizzling hot cement area where all you think of is how fast can you get to anywhere refrigerated, even if it means dropping $100 into a slot machine. Really, this is what you think most of the time. Ask us questions on top-buffet.com. We have a comment section, we have a video request sections, and many, many more details there on hotels and buffets and tricks and tips and so forth. See you there, guys. Bye-bye.